नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Introduction to Data Science. The topic of today's session is K nearest neighbors, that is KNN. These are the following heads which I have covered in this session. First is introduction, second the properties of KNN, then working of KNN algorithm and the pros and cons of KNN, and lastly applications of KNN. Now come to the introduction part. K nearest neighbor, that is KNN algorithm, it is basically a type of controlled machine learning algorithm that can be used for both classification and regression predictive problems. However, it is mainly used for the classification of predictive problems in the industries. Next comes to the KNN properties. The following two properties would define KNN well. The first is lazy learning algorithm and the second is non-parametric learning algorithm. KNN is a lazy learning algorithm because it does not have specialized training phase. Okay, so and uses all the data for training while classification. Now, as compared to this lazy learning algorithm, the second property is non-parametric learning algorithm. In this property, the KNN is also a non-parametric learning algorithm because it does not assume anything about the underlying data. In this, we have we don't have the focus on the specialized training phase, and in this we don't assume anything. Okay. So now come to the working of KNN algorithm. KNN algorithm uses feature similarity to predict the values of new data points, right? Which means that value will be assigned to the new data points, which is based on how closely the points in the training set match. So we can understand how it works works the following steps. The first step is for implementing any algorithm we need data set. So during the first step of KNN we must load the training as well as test data. Now the second step is we need to choose the value of K, right? That means the nearest data points so that we can keep it into a cluster. Okay, so K may be of course an integer, and the third step is for each point in the test data do the following steps. What is the first one? In the first step we calculate the distance between test data and each row of training data. Okay, so with this training data, with the help of any of the methods, namely we can use any of the method like Euclidean, Mahantam or Hamming distance. Okay, so by using these methods we can calculate the distance between the test data. Okay, so the most commonly used method to calculate distance is the Euclidean. Okay, I think you have learned about Euclidean in your mathematics subject. Okay, so the second step is based on the distance value, sort them in ascending order. And the third one is it will choose the top k rows from the sorted array. Now it will assign a class to the test point which is based on important frequent class of these rows. Okay, so lastly the end of the algorithm, what we did in first step, first you have to need a data set. Okay, so then after the data set we have to calculate the data points. Then after we have to follow these steps for the step 3, like calculate the distance between through either you can use Euclidean, Mahantam or Hamming distance, or the most popular method you can use to calculate the distance is Euclidean method. Now after calculating this, we have to sort it in ascending order. Then after you choose from the top k rows from the sorted array. After that you assign test point based frequent classes of these rows. Okay, so this is the end of the algorithm. Now what is the pros of KNN algorithm, k nearest algorithm? It is of course very simple algorithm to understand and interpret, right? So the second is it is very useful for non-linear data because there is no assumption about data in this algorithm. So it is a versatile algorithm as we can use it for classification as well as regression, right? So it has relatively high accuracy, but there are much better supervised learning models than KNN. And the come to the cons of the KNN, that is first is it is a computationally a bit expensive algorithm, of course, because it stores all the training set. Okay, so it might be expensive. Okay, so high memory storage required as compared to other supervised learning algorithms. So it is basically the drawback. Okay, so the prediction is slow in case of big N. So it is very sensitive to the scale of data as well as irrelevant features. So these all are the pros and cons of KNN. Now come to the application of KNN. These are the following some of the areas in which KNN can be successfully applied. The first one is the banking system. In this, the KNN banking system can be used in the banking system to predict the whether and the individual is fit for loan approval. Does that individual have the same characteristics as one of the defaulters? Okay, so this is the one application area of KNN, and the second one is the calculating credit rating. Means these algorithms can be used to find an individual's credit rating by comparing it to persons with similar characteristics. And the third one is used in the politics as well. Then with the help of KNN algorithm, we can classify potential voters into different classes, like will vote, will not vote, and will vote to the Congress party, will vote to the BJP party, etc. Okay, so there might be the other cases where the KNN algorithm can be used, like speech recognition, handwriting detection, image recognition, and video recognition. Okay, so these all are the applications of KNN. And this is all about KNN neighborhood, and this is the question for the practice for you people. And this is how can we use unsupervised clustering models for classification task. Thank you.